Here at the MMA Awards, there's a lot of hype around you, obviously, coming in here and starting to fight. What are your goals in the sport? You know, going in, obviously, you've done a lot in jiu-jitsu, but what are your goals in MMA?
I think my goals, of course, is to be the UFC champion. A lot of people ask me, like, what about if they make a 125 division? I know for sure I'll keep making up more goals. You know, I said, like, okay, if I win the 115 division, I'll try to make a 125 champion too. But I think really the biggest thing right now is just to live up to everyone's expectations. You know, there's so much hype, like you said. I'm like confident in my ground game. You know, my stand-up game is getting there. I know I have a great team behind me, but I'm not worried about the pressure. You know, I know that I can live up to it. It's just going to make me work that much harder. So I think that's the biggest objective right now, is to make sure I prove myself to everyone.
We see a lot of fighters who come in with a background specifically in one area, you know, whether that be wrestling, jiu-jitsu, or striking, and they sort of get away from that.
Yeah.
So how important is that? Because you need to, obviously, you need to work on everything, right?
Yeah.
But how important is it to keep jiu-jitsu at the center? You're always going to be the one who wants to choke you.
Yeah.
You're never going to be, I'm going to become a knockout artist.
Yeah.
How do you focus on that with still getting those skills on par to compete?
Yeah. At least in the training for me, my coaches, they like making me doing so many private lessons, just training my stand-up. Even doing the sparring, we do sparring just standing up, you know, just so I'm not nervous or uncomfortable standing up, but the goal is always to go to the ground. And I can't even like hide my strategy, you know, everyone knows that I want to go to ground. I have like tons of people sending me messages to not fall in the same situation as Ronda. You know, they kind of compare a lot to Ronda, that she tried to be a striker when she's a ground person. But I think that jiu-jitsu is a lot more evolved than judo. Not that it's worse or better, but it's not just arm bars. You know, we have like chokes. You defend the choke, we go to armbar. You defend the armbar, we go to omoplata, and just keeps going. So I think a lot of people respect that, you know, my jiu-jitsu. But yeah, I'm excited. I think that I always come back to, I think that I always go and rely on my jiu-jitsu, and that's what's going to save me in the end.
So if you were to roll, not an MMA fight, but if you were just to roll with Ronda Rousey, what happens? Be honest.
I think it would be a fun roll. You know, I think we could like have a lot of good transitions, you know, but I think in the end, like, I would win the round.
How many times would you expect to tap Ronda Rousey out? You rolled with her for 10 minutes.
10 minutes? I don't know. She's a great athlete, you know. I fought tons of great athletes. I don't know, 2-3 times.